Are you homeless?
Yeah. I literally live on the side. I literally sleep on the sidewalk. It's fucked up.
How long have you been homeless?
Since, what month is it? July? This is about, maybe May. Yeah, May.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me gave you too much, now I'm swallowed.
Today we have a special guest. Introduce yourself.
I'm Jessica.
Nice to meet you, Jessica. Tell me about your current situation, how you ended up in Kensington.
Oh my God, that was so long ago. It was like 4 years ago. Me and my ex-boyfriend, my other ex-boyfriend, my first one, the one that started me on drugs, we used to get high down here. Yeah, we started doing dope like maybe 7 years ago, yeah. And so I had a job. So then I got fired from my job because, I mean, they let me go for like 6 to 9 months getting high and kept fucking up because they know me since I was 6 years old. So they just, felt bad. So they knew my situation. They ended up firing me. That's when my ex-boyfriend was like, I can't afford the Percocets anymore, so he gave me dope. So then we started coming down to 6 in Cambria and copping. And eventually, made our way all the way down to Kensington and Clearfield. And once I found out about that, my ex-boyfriend went to jail, and I ended up coming down here and copping on my own. And it took like a month, and then they put me on the block to start working because I was, fucking around with one of the guys on one of the blocks. That was well before I started tricking and doing any of the sex for money stuff. But yeah, and then I just ended up staying. I've been homeless down here 4 times. This is the 4th and the worst time.
How did you end up homeless?
My baby dad's brother came home from jail early because of coronavirus and kicked me out because he didn't like the fact that I got high and that I wasn't. They're like old-fashioned Puerto Rican, and they think that women belong in the kitchen and cleaning and all that bullshit. My baby dad wasn't like that with me, and I'm not gonna be like that because he's not my boy. You know what I mean? His brother wasn't my boyfriend, so the fuck do I have to do that for you for? But he didn't like it, and he gets high, but I couldn't get high. He gets high on the same exact things I do, more than what I do.
So what's a day out here look like for you?
I don't know. Wake up, get high, and go look for more money to get high again. It's fucked up.
What is your drug of choice?
Heroin, fentanyl, and powder, cocaine.
How many bags of fentanyl do you use a day?
Probably like 2 bundles now. I used to do 6 bundles a day.
Have you tried Suboxone?
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I was actually clean for 3 months on it. I don't like it at all.
What's the longest you can go without using fentanyl?
Oh, now I can only go about an hour or 2 without getting high, or else I get really sick. I start throwing up. When you get pregnant, you get way sicker than when you're not pregnant. And I used to be able to go for like 4 hours without getting high. Now it's about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours.
How much money do you spend a day on buying drugs?
Probably like $300. On a good day. On a bad day, it's probably like 100, 120.
So how do you go about supporting your habit?
I prostitute. And my mom helps me out. My family gives me money sometimes.
What's the craziest thing a guy ever asked you to do?
Oh my God, some guy asked me to take my socks off. And it was raining out that day. And he told me, he told me to take my socks, my shoes off, walk like 2 blocks in the puddles in the rain so that he could jerk off with the socks. Yeah. And then there's obviously guys that ask to do some nasty shit like fuck other girls and do gross shit to them. I heard of a girl fucking a dog for shit one time. Nasty shit. I've been raped 7 times. On dates.
Did you go to the police?
No, 'cause they don't care. Look at the girl who just got killed, stuffed in a suitcase. They don't care. They don't care. I mean, I know girls that got raped, like, anally with no lubrication, and they tore their shit apart. You know what I mean? Like, tore their whole insides out. They went to the hospital, and no charges were pressed. They didn't even look for the guy. And you can go to this place called Prevention Point and get a list of this thing called the bad date list. And almost every girl has been on a date with almost, some of the dates, like, they pick up the same girls and do the same things to these girls. Why aren't they getting caught? If they have their license plate number, the color of the car, what the guy looks like, and they still out here doing that. You know what I mean? The cops don't care. They see us like pieces of shit, like we're just nuisances to them.
How do you go about finding food to eat, sleeping place, and clothes?
Well, they give out food and clothes all the time. They give out food mostly, but I have a lot of people that help me out with the clothes and stuff, like friends. But you'd be surprised how many strangers come up to me and give me food. People buy me food all the time, but that's because I'm pregnant. Other people, they, obviously gotta get the food from the free people. Like on Clearfield and Ruth Street, they give out free lunch every day. It's actually pretty good. It's like Starbucks food.
Do you feel shame or guilt from using drugs?
Yeah. It's like embarrassing. Like when I go out and like, leave Kensington, like go to my mom's house and stuff, I feel like real embarrassed. Because I'm the only one walking around with scars and shit all over them. You know what I mean? And people can tell, they're not fucking stupid.
So what are you doing to better your situation so that way you can get off the streets?
I'm not. Which is fucked up. I really should be. But now I'm about to have this baby when my mom's gonna take it. And honestly, that's probably like what's gonna, you know what I mean, help me not make that decision of going better myself, because now I don't have to worry about, you know what I mean, like in a fucked up way, it's like I don't have to worry about the baby. Because my mom's gonna take it. I know it's gonna be okay with her. But, you know what I mean, if it weren't like that and I had to take responsibility, it'd probably push me to do better. But since she's just going to take the responsibility on, it's going to make me act like a child and stay out here.
Where do you see yourself a year from now?
Hopefully not down here. But probably down here. I'm not even going to lie.
What do you do with the majority of the money that you make out here?
Spend it on drugs. I do buy clothes and stuff. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not like everybody else wearing the same shit every day. Like, I buy shoes and stuff, clothes, hygiene products, all that. I pay people to take showers and stuff.
Due to the fact that you're on fentanyl, have you experienced any like sores, wounds, or infection?
Yeah.
Can you show me?
Like, you get like abscesses and stuff. That's an infection from the cocaine now. And I got sores that's all from coke. And then I got abscesses on my legs. I'm like, gross. Like stuff like that. I got holes like that. A couple of them on my legs.
Are you getting it treated?
Yeah, they come around every day and treat you. They like give you wound care around here. And they just don't get better. Like I've had those for months now. These ones took over 6 months to heal. The ones on my hands. And I guess it's because, like your immune system's down and everything. You gotta take antibiotics, and I didn't.
Do you care about what you are putting in your body?
The dope, the drugs, yeah. 'Cause, my friend just told me yesterday he went to his methadone clinic and got tested. He came up hot for everything. PCP, meth, coke, ecstasy, all this shit. And he's only doing dope. So how's that coming up? He don't even smoke crack. There's coke in there.
What's the worst thing that you have done to get money to buy drugs?
I robbed my mom for like $1,200.
Have you been in jail before?
Yeah,
How many times have you been locked up?
5 times.
And what were some of the charges?
I got charged for selling, distribution, manufacturing, delivering, all that. I was selling on blocks before I started doing the prostitution. And prostitution's honestly safer than selling drugs when it comes to like the cops. They don't really fuck with the girls.
What's the longest have you been in jail?
Only about 2 weeks. I get bailed out by my family and stuff.
Did they give you anything in jail for your craving?
They do give it to other people. I didn't get any. You gotta like qualify for certain things, and if you've gone to jail too many times, and so if you go to jail like 7 times in a row, and each time they put you on the Suboxone, and you just keep fucking up and coming back to jail, after that 7th time they don't put you on the Suboxone again. They just make you cold turkey.
How were you introduced to drugs?
Well, my mom was the first person to give me a Percocet, and that just set it off. Because I used to do drugs every day. Like, ever since I was like 14, I've been getting high. I would do ecstasy, Molly, acid, all that. Like Xannies here and there, but once I touched the perks, it was like, that was it. I never looked back.
How was your childhood like growing up?
Shitty. I was constantly moving. And my mom was really verbally and mentally abusive. Not physically, though. My dad was in jail. And no one really gave a fuck about me or my brother.
What are some of your favorite memories?
I don't know. Of my childhood, I don't really have any good memories. Like, I have a couple, obviously. Like, nothing, like, really good. 'Cause every time there was something good, like, we would go to, like, the beach or something, my mom would be a piece of shit and ruin it.
What is happiness to you?
Oh, I don't know. Well, like, what makes me happy?
What does happiness mean to you?
Not this.
How many months pregnant are you?
9 months. I'm 2 weeks away from giving birth. Well, 13 days.
Have you been going to get checkup?
Not at all. I've gone to the hospital twice. I went to go to the hospital for the first time to make sure I was actually pregnant. And I found out 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days that I was pregnant. And then I went a second time, like 2 months after that, because the baby didn't move for 3 days. But it was okay. The baby's fine, thank God.
What are you having?
I don't know. I hope it's a girl. The baby dad's Puerto Rican, so I'm thinking of something Spanish. Yeah. He's not helpful at all. He don't even want the baby. He's got a kid in Puerto Rico that's like 14 years old. He doesn't even take care of it. Could care less about. I wanted to go to Jefferson, but I was waiting on my baby dad to go with me, and he kept making excuses saying that he didn't want to go, or that he couldn't because he had to go work, and he said you could only come visit on Fridays and all this dumbass shit. I didn't even know you couldn't get visitors at Jefferson, but yeah, he kept making excuse after excuse not to go with me just to like do the intake process, and so I never ended up going. And then my mom keeps making excuses as to why she doesn't want to take me, because she doesn't want to like go through that process, I guess, of like dealing with that, because it's like embarrassing for her.
Are you ready for recovery?
Not really, no. I don't like that whole going to meetings and stuff. I did it before. It's just, why do I want to be reminded of why I get high? The whole point is to not get high and not remember all the shitty things about my life. That's why I don't understand those NA meetings and shit. Why am I going to keep bringing up my past? We're supposed to be getting away from that. It just don't make sense to me.
When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see?
Nothing good.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.
And who is your favorite actor?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe Will Smith. I don't know.
Who is your favorite actress?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, what is some of your favorite food?
No, macaroni and cheese, and peanut butter and jellies. And Cheetos. That's all I crave.
What is some of your favorite music?
Oh, I like everything. I like rap. I like, not like rock, but like, like Panic at the Disco and stuff, and the Wonder Years and stuff like that.
So, do you have a celebrity crush?
I don't know. Dude, no, not really. Maybe. Like, Leonardo DiCaprio is okay, I guess. He's getting old. And Johnny Depp. But everybody likes Johnny Depp.
Did you graduate college or high school?
I did not graduate high school. I didn't go to college. I dropped out 3 weeks before graduation. Like a dickhead for my ex-boyfriend.
Do you have any beliefs? Do you believe in God? What are your beliefs?
I mean, I believe that there is a God. I don't believe in a specific one. I believe something created us and something's there for us. Because, you know what I mean? Like, what about the good things that happen in life? You know what I mean? You know, and karma. I believe heavily in karma.
Where do you think you'll go when you die?
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Not to, like, heaven or hell or anything like that. But maybe, you never know.
What are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time?
Get high. There's nothing really to do around here. Just get high and, like, talk to other people and bullshit.
Do you have any goals and dreams?
I wanted to go to college, become, like, a cosmetologist or something, but I don't know.
When you was a little girl, what do you want to become when you grew up?
A veterinarian. I love animals. They're my favorite. I love cats the most. My mom has like so many fucking cats. She's always got kittens at her house. She's always trying to save some animal.
So do you stay in contact with your family?
Only my mom and my grandma. But I haven't talked to my grandma in like 2 months because she's mad at me.
Who was the most important person to you and why?
I don't know, my mom. Because she never gives up on me. I mean, a lot of these people don't have their mom. I can call my mom whenever I want and she'll, you know what I mean, let me come over to her house or like send me money. I always got my mom.
If you
I mean, it wasn't always like that. Now it is.
If she was watching this video, what message would you like to send to her?
I don't know. Probably just tell her I'm sorry. Just for like everything. I didn't think I would turn out this way. And I really didn't think she would have to take care of my fucking kid. And she used to be a drug addict when she was a kid. And she got off it when she was like 19. And she was on meth. It was completely different back then. It wasn't like dope. Meth you don't get addicted to physically.
What message do you have for teens and young adults who are thinking about trying drugs?
It's really not cool. I thought it was like the coolest fucking thing in the entire world. I loved it the minute I touched it, but it's really not. And it's not fun. It's not fun when you become dependent on it because you don't even know you're dependent on it. You just, one minute you have enough money to get high every day and all day, and then the next you're fucking broke and homeless, sitting on Kensington Avenue, about to suck a dick for $20. It's crazy.
When was the last time somebody told you that they love you?
My mom did 2 days ago.
If you had 3 wishes in this world, what would your 3 wishes be?
To get off of drugs. To have a good relationship with my dad again. I don't know. I don't know a third one. I guess to like just get a job and live normal. Be able to be normal. That's what we call other people that don't do drugs, normal people. It's crazy.
Okay. If you had a message to send to the world, what would your message be?
To fucking treat people like they want to be treated. They treat us like pieces of shit down here. They fucking shoot us with paintballs, throw full water bottles at us all the time. They throw food at us. They call us fucking names. They do some fucked up shit down here to these people. My friend got shot up the other day with paintballs. I got shot in the face 3 weeks ago. I still have a bump right here. I had a black eye for like 2 weeks. My whole face was swollen. They told me I was lucky I still had my eye. I got shot in the back 5 times. And they told me if they were just 4 inches lower than where they shot, I could have lost my baby. And then my friend got shot up, and he led, I think it was like 2-3 nights ago, they shot him up. He has sores, welts, bleeding welts all over him. And all he was doing is just sitting there. That's all I was doing. Just sitting there with 3 of my friends. And I was the only one that got shot, the pregnant one. And they could see I was pregnant. I mean, you could see my fucking stomach. It was obvious. They're just assholes. And it's all like, no offense, it's all the black boys down here. The Spanish ones, they don't be doing shit. It's just the young black guys. They just treat us like pieces of shit.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do.